Luke. Big Luke. Glad we finally meet up with each other. I'm glad we finally met up with each other.
Where did you run off to?
I was doing a little investigating of my own, shadowing a suspicious woman I'd seen in town. Saw her trailing you. I saw her tailing you around town and decided someone needed to figure out who she was.
Oh, you must be talking about Celeste.
Where did you last see her? I lost her at one point, but I just saw her again heading into this restaurant. Seconds later, I saw a friend of ours headed in as well.
Oh, let me guess, Don Paolo.
I'm beginning to wonder why I even bother explaining. You guys seem to know it all already.
Well, we've been hard at work getting to the heart of the case, too.
Excellent. I figured you two wouldn't just wait idly for me to return. So, now what? All the players in our mystery are here. I think it's time to meet back up. I think it's time to meet back up with Celeste. Players in our mystery. What's the professor getting at?
Look at us all! Look at all of us!
Hello there. We were in the neighborhood and thought we'd drop by again. Welcome back to the Thames Arms, sir. Did you ever find the gentleman you were looking for? Yes, thanks to your help. I'm glad to hear you found him.
You sure took your sweet time getting here, Layton. I thought you might have gotten lost.
Come on, Paul. Surely you haven't been waiting that long, have you?
I've been waiting eons. Don't ignore me, I'm talking to you.
Oh, I'm so relieved you all made it out all right. I couldn't very well let myself get caught before hearing about that secret you mentioned. Something tells me you've already figured out much of it for yourself. Am I right?
Huh? Professor, is it true?
Layton, if you know something, spit it out. All concerned parties seem to be in attendance, so I'll try to explain things as best I can.
It's taken time, but I believe I've finally made sense of the bizarre events we've witnessed here.
You've worked it all out?
For the most part. Eh?
Come on then, out with it!
Yes, of course. I have much to say about this city and its secrets. The London we are presently in, this London of the future, is a fake. More precisely, it's a set designed to make us believe that we've traveled 10 years into the future. Because, you see, there is no time machine. Not here, not anywhere.
What?
We were all led to believe that the clock shop was a portal to the future. But the truth about that shop is in some ways just as bewildering. The back room of the clock shop is no time machine. It's a lift leading down into the earth. You mean to say we're underground right now?
So absurd, I love it.
Precisely. You may have heard of subterranean caverns, as some of them house ancient ruins. Some experts theorize that these caverns pepper the entire Earth. What I've seen here leads me to conclude that Dimitri used one such cavern to build this false London. It's as if we're standing in the largest film set ever created.
What? I can hardly believe it.
So Dimitri is behind all this then? But why?
That question stumped me as well.
Why would he go to such pains to make us believe we're in the future?
It doesn't make sense, unless convincing people of this is the key to achieving his ultimate goal.
What kind of goal requires a setup like that?
It's simple. It seems that Dimitri never gave up his original dream of building a time machine. But though he poured all his energy into achieving this feat, the task was too large for one man. He needed other scientists to support his project, so he turned to the greatest minds in London. But to keep the scientists working for him, they needed to believe that they were in the future.
Why?
Think about it, Luke. Dimitri couldn't imprison the scientists, not in the conventional sense. After all, who knows what kind of work they would produce under those circumstances? No, Dmitri needed a different approach to compel the scientists to complete his research. The scientists had to want the time machine to work as much as Dmitri did. So he told them that they had been shot forward 10 years in time, stranded a decade from home. Dmitri misled the scientists, telling them that the time machine was an unfinished project. They thought they were stranded, and that the machine was their only hope of returning home.
Ah, so that's why they were so willing to follow orders.
That's all I've been able to work out. Perhaps our friend here can fill us in on the rest.
I see you've caught on. Excellent work as always, Herschel.
The family uses this establishment as a hideout. Therefore, it seemed a bit odd that the bartender didn't so much as raise an eyebrow when we walked in.
I have to give credit where it's due. I never imagined you'd work out so much of the plan yourself. I suppose I've no choice but to shut you up for good.
The whole story. Future London turns out to be a fake city built in an underground cavern beneath the real London. Dmitri led his team of scientists to believe they were trapped in the future so they would put every effort into completing a functioning time machine. He didn't even take off his disguise.
Dmitri Allen, you've been watching us the whole time?
I wish to issue a challenge to the professor. Bumbling lawmen have no part in this conversation.
But bumbling? I'll show you bumbling.
It would be wise for you to all stay right where you are. You see, I've placed this restaurant with enough explosives to level the place.
Are you out of your mind? We'll all die, even you.
Oh, no. I'm going to walk out of this place unharmed. You see, by pressing this switch here, I've activated a series of sensors embedded in the floor. The sensors don't respond to my movement, but they'll trigger one charge the second you touch one.
This place is a minefield.
I see you're catching on. Now I'm going to stroll out the door and leave the lot of you behind. Stay as long as you like. Just remember that when you decide to leave, you seal your fate. It would seem that you've bested me, Dmitri. There's no challenge to be had here. There. Not exactly, Professor. This piece of paper contains the location of every sensor in the room. All you need to do is know how to find them. Well, I suppose this makes it more of a fair contest. Find all the sensors. The number written above and to the left of the map indicates the number of sensors present in each column and row, respectively. Derive the location of all sensors using the information provided and mark them on your map. Person. Table. I am so bad at Minesweeper, it's not even funny. Oh, hang on. This is a nonogram. It's like the cross. Three, 4. 1, 2, 3. There's done here. There's done here, so it's here. 1, 2, 3. That one's done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2. Okay, but that doesn't solve. Oh, it does. I can't count. Why can't I count? It's impossible. Well done, Herschel. It was foolish of me to make this so easy for you. I suppose you're free. It was surprisingly easy, unless, of course, the information you provided me was inaccurate. What? Luke, look at the position of these sensors. Now flip the drawing over. What does it spell?
Oh. Lie. Does this mean what I think it means?
If this map of the sensors is a lie, isn't it? We were going to walk straight into these sensors and die.
You monster!
Unless there weren't any sensors to begin with. That's it, Dimitri, isn't it? It's true you've done some evil things, but you're not a killer. You just wanted to keep us busy so you could make your escape. Solve the mystery, Dimitri!
I should have known I wouldn't fool you, Herschel.
I've worked things out on my own this far, but I need you to help make sense of the rest. You must have had some reason for concocting a scheme this wild.
I had a very good reason. It all started about 10 years ago. Bill Hawks and I were friends and colleagues. We worked in the same lab researching time travel. Our research meant everything to us. We poured our hearts and souls into uncovering the secrets of space and time. After months of progress, we had built ourselves a prototype time machine. It was finally time to test our work with a human subject. Bill thought we should use Claire as the first test subject. She was our lab assistant. I, of course, vehemently opposed this idea. I loved her too, you see. And though she didn't return my feelings, I didn't want to risk her getting hurt in the experiment. Around this time, I noticed a flaw in the design of our machine. I begged Bill to postpone the experiment, but he wouldn't hear of it. Sometime after the accident, I made a startling discovery. Unbeknownst to me, Bill had made a deal to sell the technology behind the machine's power source. Apparently, a large corporation had offered him a very impressive sum. Bill knew the machine wasn't ready for a human subject, but he needed to demonstrate its viability. We all know the tragic results of his decision. By the time I realized Bill planned to go ahead with the experiment, it was too late to stop. What have you done? Because of Bill's greed, Claire was lost to me forever. Life is full of cruel twists. In the blink of an eye, I lost my life's work and the love of my life. To say I was a broken man would be an understatement. Bill, on the other hand, made a full recovery from his injuries. He also completed the deal with the corporation, pocketing more money than most people see in a lifetime. He used his newfound fortune to climb the political ladder to the very top. He killed Claire and was rewarded with the most powerful seat in government. If that's not a cruel joke, I don't know what it is. I can't pretend I wasn't bitter, and it was this bitterness that sent me back to my research. I thought that if I could travel to the past, I could rob Bill of all that he had won. Oh, of course, there was another reason why I wanted to go back in time. To save Claire from her fate. Surely you understand, Herschel.
Claire is no longer with us. There's nothing anyone can do to turn back time.
Do you really believe that?
I don't want to, but I do. I have just one more question for you.
What is it?
Someone's been using you as a pawn. Are you aware of this?
What are you talking about?
Someone here masterminded a scheme even more awful than yours, Dimitri. And that person is there!
I think you're mistaken, Professor.
No, there's no mistake here. And there's no hiding it anymore, Luke. Or should I call you Clive?
Oh, dropping real names.
It took some time to put together the pieces of your plan. But when I finally understood it all, the sheer evil of it sent a chill down my spine.
What is he talking about, Clive?
You kept your true intentions hidden from everyone, Clive. Even your partner, Dimitri.
What are you saying, Herschel?
Clive was aiming for revenge on a massive scale. And you were nothing more than a pawn, Dimitri.
Tremendous work, Professor. You found me out.
I'm using my evil voice now.
Stop speaking in riddles, Layton. What's this all about?
Clive, you lived next door to the lab that exploded 10 years ago. You were just a child then. That blast demolished half of the building you lived in. Reports indicate that 10 people were killed in the explosion, 2 of whom were your parents. It must have been a terrible shock. In the span of a few seconds, you lost your family and your home. When the initial shock wore off, it was replaced with anger. You became obsessed with exacting revenge on those who had wronged you. You were lucky enough to be adopted by a kindly woman in her golden years, Constance Dove. Miss Dove's extreme kindness was matched in scale only by the enormous fortune she possessed. You two lived quite happily as a family for a time. Sadly, it wasn't to last. Miss Dove departed from this world 5 short years later, leaving her fortune to you. Before long, you graduated from secondary school and took a part-time job at a prominent newspaper. Considering your sizable inheritance, I don't think you took the job for pocket money. You were searching for something. Using the newspaper's resources, you finally hunted down the men responsible for your misery. You knew that both Bill Hawks and Dimitri Allen were responsible for the explosion. Armed with this information, you concocted a plan to avenge your parents. First, you befriended Dimitri and convinced him to resume his research on the time machine. Then, you used your inheritance to set up this elaborate facsimile of London.
Clive is so rich. Clive is so rich, you don't even understand how rich he is.
With your stage in place, you used your contacts in the press to find the best scientists in the country. After all, you would need quite a bit of help to complete this time machine. You then proceeded to lure these brilliant men into your trap. However, unbeknownst to Dimitri, most of your staff were not working on the time machine.
What?
Clive had secretly reassigned many of the scientists to a different project. You might think of it as his pet project.
We don't have all day, Layton. What was the second project?
A weapon designed to cause destruction on an unimaginable scale.
A weapon? Is this true, Clive?
And I thought scientists were supposed to be observant. While you focused on your machine, I had a different goal. Though some may call it revenge, I prefer to think of it as justice over single-minded scientists and corrupt politicians.
What are you saying, Clive?
Enough explanations. Let me show you.
They're all just standing there. Luke is the first one. I'm just gonna pretend that was all in slow motion, and that's why no one else responded. They were in shock.
Professor, what are we going to do? He has Flora and...
Layton, look over there.
Where? Wow, that was fast.
Quickly, move to higher ground.
I'm gonna stand here dramatically, though. He's so rich. He is so rich. Clive is disgustingly rich. Look at this. I'm so silly. My brain's like, the barkeep. I'm like, that was Dimitri. Dimitri's the barkeep. He's fine. It's just, you know, Howl's Moving Castle, but if it were evil. And a turtle? A weird turtle giraffe thingy.
Professor, what is that thing?
Seems as if Clive's been working on some sort of mobile fortress.
Flora's trapped up there. We've got to save her.
Goodness gracious. Chapter 13. The Stronghold of Madness. Back and forth, 4 stamps, chicken race, question of taste. No, click Celeste.
So this is the weapon Clive was building.
Did you know about this before?
No, though I suspected someone was building weapons behind Dimitri's back. But I never imagined that the product of all that research would be this atrocity.
In any case, this place is dangerous. You must leave here at once.
But what about you?
I'm going after Flora.
Are you mad? Look at that thing. You could be killed.
She's kind of my adopted child at this point.
That maniac Clive has been building a war machine under London this whole time. What madness! Isn't this usually where you like to showboat? You are planning on saving Flora, aren't you, Layton?
Of course. But how do I gain access to the fortress's interior?
We could try scaling one of its legs.
Foolish boy, you'd be squashed flatter than a pancake. Listen, Layton, I did a little work on that car of yours. You can use it to get to the fortress.
But I thought it was just a set piece to make us believe we were in the future.
No, it works, and it's waiting for you on top of the hill over there. Hurry.
Many thanks, Paul.
Don't get emotional on me, Layton. I'm only doing this for Flora.
I like that he's come to care for her. I don't know how. You know, you impersonate somebody once and you're just like...
Tom Paolo wasn't kidding. The Layton mobile's looking great.
Hang on. We got puzzles, Luke. You know a gentleman doesn't leave puzzles unsolved.
Oh, Puzzlet.
What happened to Beasley?
Where is Beasley?
If you've missed any puzzles along the way, you can find them in that little house.
This worries me. She smacked something so hard that the head broke off of the fly swatter. And this thing... This means death, alright? She's got a punching bag? Puzzlet, what are you up to? Just go knock on the door. Number 25, back and forth. The travelers shown below are an hour away from their destination. 12 people are divided into 2 cars that each seat 6 people. But one of the cars just broke down, leaving only one vehicle for the rest of the trip. Using just the one car to drive back and forth, how many hours will it take to get everyone to the destination? You go back an hour. And another hour. Pick up that last person. And you're there. So it'd be 5 hours. There's probably something I'm missing here.
This one's as good as solved.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. I was like, come on, man.
That's a relief.
Correct, it will take 5 hours. Even though 6 people can ride at once, somebody needs to drive the car back to where the others are waiting. So it will require 3 trips to get all 12 people to the destination. 4 stamps. 106. 4 stamps. The 4 numerical stamps shown below are designed to fill in the 3 blank squares and complete the equation. Only 1 digit can be used in each square. Your task is to make a valid equation using the fewest number of stamps to fill all 3 blank squares. Pick the stamps you'll use by checking the boxes below them and then tapping submit. Okay. Five plus 2 equals 7?
How about this?
No? Okay.
Let me think this through again.
Too bad. Be sure to consider all possibilities. Okay. Okay, I was on the right track at least. I was like, it would be 3 and 5, and it makes 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. Yeah.
This one's as good as solved.
Yeah. The 2 thing wouldn't have worked out,
That's a
probably.
relief.
Correct. The 3 and 5 stamps are all you need. The equation can be solved by making 1 plus 7 equals 8, but that uses 3 stamps. You only need 2 stamps to make 3 plus 5 equals 8. You could have overlapped the stamps a bit more. You didn't need to make the 8 look like that. You done the 8 dirty. What'd you do? Like a squashed 8. Chicken rice. Number 107. Somebody's been racing chickens. Looks like it was a photo finish. But the photo's been torn to pieces. I need to know which chicken came in the 7th place. Think you can figure it out? Circle the correct answer. Okay, so. This is... first. This is second. I think it's M? M? M?
I've got a good feeling about this one.
It is not M. It's quite
I
tricky.
must have
Think about it
overlooked
carefully
something.
before answering again. And this is... 7 is number F?
I've got a good feeling about this one.
No.
Well, if at first you don't succeed.
I know it's quite tricky. Okay. Let me try a different thing.
Let's see if I've got this right.
Okay, yeah.
Well, if at first you don't succeed.
13 chickens. It's too many chickens for a race. Why? Who is tearing up the finished photos? All right, we need to have a talk. Starting with the finish line, examine carefully how the pieces fit together. Also, the pieces don't rotate. Yeah. Because the pieces don't rotate, the finish line marks the left edge of the photo. This means the piece with chicken G and the piece in the far left middle go together to form the left side of the picture. Yeah, I know that. You know, I know that. If you think about hint 2, you can find the pieces that make up the right edge of the photo. That's right, the pieces with chicken K and chicken C. Now find the pieces that connect to those ones. Gamer, I already know. I just can't place where the heads of the chickens go. I know where the photos go. It's just the rest of the stuff that I can't do. Is it E? Did I do E already? I don't remember.
That should do the trick.
It's
Few things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
it's hard to picture. Yeah, I was putting this chicken further this away, which meant that these ones were backing up and these ones were moving forward. Yeah. Right you are. Chicken E clucked into 7th place. He actually ran. He used his legs. A question of taste. 134. Professor Layton and Luke are chatting in a clothing store. You know, Luke, there's something here that really appeals to me. I think I might just try and negotiate a purchase. What has caught Professor Layton's eye? Oh, this reminds me of a puzzle.
How about this?
It's the coat hangers.
Phew, that's a relief.
Yeah, I was like, what else? What am I looking for here? Keen eye. The answer is C. However, did you realize that the item Professor Layton likes is actually the hanger? It's shaped like a question mark. Whenever I see a puzzle, Luke, I can't help but take action.
But Professor, that's not a puzzle. It's a hanger.
He's like, I'm in love. Mwah. Okay. Alright, on with plot. Probably save first, though. Infiltrate the fortress. We have to go. We have to save Flora.